Hey guys, and welcome to the second part of the targeting system tutorial for tower defense. This time, I'm gonna try and be more energetic, because last time I was very monotone and I was kind of silent. I was actually recording that video at night and I didn't really want to wake anybody up, but if you don't want to listen to my boring voice, I do have the GitHub repository in the comments that I'll put a link in there. And yeah, so right now we're going to be doing strong targeting. Last time was first targeting, and then next up we're going to do, I think, weak targeting. So yeah, let's get into it. So right now wait for it. Okay, so right now we have first targeting set up for us, and to look for enemies, and we have an enumerator: first, strong, weak, and last. So what we're going to do, we're going to serialize the enumeration, or the enum. So we're going to create a public targeting type. I suck at spelling. I just realized that. Okay, targeting type, and we're going to call this the targeting system to use. And we're always going to default it. We're going to always default it to first. So targeting type dot first. And now in look for enemies, we're going to create a switch method. So the reason why we're going to be doing a switch method is because it is much more optimized than an if-else chain. So a switch case method is just generally faster than an if-else chain. It's like good practice to just use a switch method if you have multiple branches. You would normally use if statements to check for a boolean. So like if enemy, like this is an example, if enemy, otherwise it's just going to continue. But if we're going to do different branches, like we're going to check for, I don't know, what kind of weapon your character has, you do not want to loop through a bunch of if-else's, and especially in an update method, because that will really hold back the performance and cause things to go bad. So we're going to switch our targeting system to use. So targeting system to use. And then in here we do case, and then targeting type dot first. And then after that we put break. So to clean up the code a bit, we're going to create some voids over here. I'm going to call this first. And we're just going to control X the code here. Control X, cut to cut, and then paste it into here. And I should probably cut that part too and paste it here. So now we have a first targeting function, and then all we have to do is input first, it'll run the function, and then it's going to break. And now we are going to do targeting type dot strong. And that is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to break it. We're going to create another private void, or private function, strong. And what we're going to do here now, we're just going to compare the health of the enemies and check their distance. So we're going to do a for each loop, just like in here. So we can actually copy and paste this into the strong, but we're just going to modify it to where it is meant for comparing health instead of distance. So we're going to check if the enemy's there. If it's less than or equal to the range, then we're going to get the enemy script. And then we're going to do enemy script dot health. And instead of closest distance, we're going to do strongest health. Strongest or highest health. Just do highest HP. If that is less than the highest, greater than the highest HP, then it's going to set the highest HP. Enemy script dot health, and then we're going to change this to strongest enemy. Strongest enemy. And then we're going to set that to the enemy. So you can never be greater than infinity. So instead of having it as math.infinity, we're going to have it as math.negative-infinity. And don't forget to change these up too. Okay, so I converted everything from closest to strongest now. And I should probably change this to strong. So, let's see what we have going on here. So we have the highest HP, which will be negative infinity. So we can always go greater than that. And then we will have the strongest enemy, which will always be set to null. And then we're going to loop through all the enemies in the world access data, which is in here, which is this array, that is updated in this void. And we're going to compare the health to the highest HP. If the health is greater than the highest HP, then it's going to set to the highest HP to the current enemy script's health and the strongest enemy as the enemy that we are iterating over. And if there's no enemy, then it's just going to continue. So that is kind of it. And also, we compare the range to make sure that is in range of us. And don't forget to call it strong. And to be sure, while we change the targeting type in the iteration, it could probably screw up the system. So I'm not sure about this. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to test it without doing any changes to the iterations when we switch the targeting type. So we have it at first. I'm going to set it to strong. Oh yeah, I also decreased the range of the turrets to only 10. And yeah, as you can see, we are only targeting all the strong boys. So if you look here in our turret head, our target is strong boy. And if we go to the inspector, this is its target right now. It is not targeting the first one, which is 15 HP, because this has less HP than this one. So this will always target the strongest. But if we set it back to first and we unpause, then it will start hitting the first. Go back to strong, it will go for the strongest. So yeah, that's actually all for this tutorial. And I hope you enjoyed this. Next up, we're going to be doing weak targeting. And then we're going to do last for the last episode of this series. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.